Starlight Ministries' mission is to provide a place that is Christ-centered, a place where families can come and receive the hope and the healing and the support that they need after someone in their life has died.
When other people want to face away from grief, Starlight faces into grief.
Each person has a unique grief process, and we help them acknowledge the death in their life. We're working through the grief process together.
Starlight Ministries began actually the day that our son Seth was killed in a car accident.
And for the months after that, our church and family and community supported us, but we felt the void, that there wasn't a place for our children to go that could be served in a Christian environment. So we did some research and found that there were centers in the country that could do that kind of work, and then we began to try to create one of those centers here in West Michigan. The group nights now, they meet weekly.
Being able to see these kids and these families know that there is hope, that's what motivates us.
So often in grief we feel alone, and when you can experience it with other people, then they're not stuck in it. And I think that's one of the biggest parts, to feel like you're not alone.
Early on, Starlight Ministries was able to make a connection with Camp Anew, and it was clearly a providential thing. It's a 3-day, 2-night, several-day adventure in which you get to do fun camp things, but you also work through the really heavy work that grief is. But you're working through it with other kids in the camp who also have lost, and then who get it, who understand, and therefore help you heal.
My husband was a Los Angeles City firefighter, and he died from duty-related causes in 2005. And it was difficult to get up in the morning and continue raising my kids. I didn't know anybody that was ministering to widows, and I didn't know any other widows who were functioning really well. Ministering to widows is what began to kind of churn in my heart. How do we surround them? How do we meet their needs? So part of that vision was to develop a retreat. That's how partnering with Starlight became such an answered prayer. And they came alongside me, and we joined forces, and now we offer these retreats to widows. And God can resurrect what death wants to tell us is so final.
When we look at where God has led Starlight, it blows our mind to see what He has done with this ministry.
It's amazing, and it's humbling, and I just repeatedly always say it's so far beyond us. It's so far beyond us. It never was about us, and it certainly isn't now.
It's an eternal treasure. The ripple effect of it are eternal, and people get saved because of a grief ministry like Starlight.
I hope that people continue to come and are encouraged by being here, and that they are not walking alone in that grief journey anymore.
When you experience God in the midst of grief and suffering, and being able to give that same hope to people, it's just the most amazing thing. From the very beginning, it's been a calling, and it's going to be exciting to see where else He brings this.